Hi, my name's Martin and we're here today to demonstrate how we measure feet and fit Cheaney shoes. We always invite customers to have their foot measured because it could very well be that they've not had their foot measured since they left their school. And bear in mind that there's no industry standard what a size 8 or a 9 should be. And also at this stage it gives us an opportunity to look at the foot and see whether his customer's got a high instep or it's a shallow foot or he might have a slight joint. We always measure both feet because they're natural things, they don't come out of mould, so it's quite likely there's a slight difference between the two, and in which case we always have to fit the larger foot. At this point it's quite worthwhile discussing with the customer the two different patterns of which we can offer. With the foot we're measuring today, it doesn't have such a high instep, so we could offer the customer a conventional Oxford lacing system, which is just nipped in at the base here, and it would lace up and it would end up looking like that. If he's got a high instep, we would probably suggest that he would have a derby shoe, which means we can open the shoe really wide at the throat and allow the foot to slide in naturally. And then having laced it up, the laces would become parallel and it would be a much better and more comfortable fitting for him. At this point we would slip the shoes on the customer's foot, both the right shoe and the left foot, and lace it up. And just run your hand around the shoe, the heel clip, to make sure it's fitting in nice and close, and just feel across the width of the shoe to make sure the widest part of the foot is in the widest part of the shoe. That means the shoe will flex in the correct position. Also at this point it's worth noting the use of a shoehorn. We do recommend that because if you continue to force your foot into the shoe, it tends to break down the back of the shoe, so a shoehorn is highly recommended. And at this point we would ask the customer to stand, and we would just run our hand over the shoes just to make sure that the joint is in the correct position and the heel clip is good, and then we would invite the customer to take a few steps. At this point we would explain to him that the shoes are welted construction and they're fairly stiff when they're new, and he may experience a small slippage on the heel. This in time will disappear as the shoe becomes more flexible in wear. Having concluded that the fitting is right and the customer is happy with the look, we would suggest that he has the appropriate polish to keep them smart and used shoe trees. This will give the shoes a much longer life. The customer will be much happier with the service that they will provide. At which point we would just mention that we do have a full reconditioning service, and if you'd like to bring them back to the shop at any time, we could do that for him. And if he looks after the shoes, they'll give him a long and happy life. Visit us in store or at cheaney.co.uk.